What's happening? What's good? What's up, Bird? Waiting on y'all to trickle on in. Waiting on y'all to trickle on in so I can talk to you, holler at you, see what's going on in your world, and all that other good stuff. What's good? What's happening? Here to talk to you. See what's going on with you. I'm putting all this together as we speak. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Who I got with me? Hey, Sonia. Hey, Tosh. Opal. Jaria. Erica. Hey, Karen. Hey, Tracy. Let me tell you like a minute. Tracy, what's going on? Let me talk to y'all this morning. Let me give you something good to think about this morning. Because you know I always like to get your day started off right. And I just want to give you like daily goals, daily life goals, daily objectives, things to work on within self. Now, one of my favorite verses is, faith without works is dead. Okay? Faith without works is dead. One of my favorite verses. Faith without works is dead. In other words, I can pray all I want to. I can close my eyes. I can, pray to the Most High God, for which all our blessings flow, all I want to. But if I'm not willing to do nothing, if I'm just expecting stuff to just fall up out the air just because I requested, it ain't going down, and a lot of folks miss out on their stuff because they'll do the first part, but the second part is what activates everything. You see what I'm saying? So I can want all I want to, but if I don't do nothing, if I'm always wanting, God, do this, now, boom. It don't do nothing behind it. If there's no emphasis behind it, if there's no work behind it, if there's no action taken, guess what? It ain't gonna work. You'll just be that dummy sitting here doing the same thing, talking about, Lord, it's me again. I don't even know why I pray this prayer, because you already know what I want, and you already know what I need. So, but I'm doing it again for the 1,017th time. Hopefully, this is the magic number for which stuff will happen. So if you could just bless me with all the stuff that you already know I want, I would greatly appreciate it. First of all, let me tell you how God works for me. Okay. Now, I understand. I already know God knows what I want. So first of all, I'm like, okay, you already know what I want. I'm gonna pray for it. But again, I'm gonna be a show off, because I've already been told what's required. Because a lot of times we'll say, okay, Lord bless me with this. Boom, here come the requirements. Boom. So I'm like, okay, I already know what the requirements are. Shoot, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna knock this thing clean out the park. I'm gonna show off. So as soon as I get, okay, Kenya, you have to do X, Y, Z. Boom, I'm gonna do that thing instantly. So I'm like, shoot, it's not that. What else you got for me? Have you ever worked with somebody or had somebody do something for you who just did stuff so quickly and with so much excellence to where it's just like, dang, they just knocked that out. See, that's how I am, because I believe in speeding up my stuff. I'm not going to pray for stuff and not do nothing. But a lot of people do. Like, it's just going to instantly happen. Now, this is the other thing I wanted to put out to you. Now, Why would you, and this is just us talking, why would you expect God to commit to something you ain't committed to? Let me say that one more time. Why would you expect God to commit to something you're not committed to? God, please bless me with this new body, and I'm willing to do what's required to get to this new body. Thank you, amen. Somebody call you, hey girl, we going out, we going Chuck E. Cheese, and this, that, and other. Okay, girl, I'll see you in a little bit. You ain't committed to it. But as soon as your butt catch diabetes, soon as your butt catch high blood pressure, all of a sudden you want God to bless you with a new body. Give me the strength to do this, that, and the other. But again, you ain't committed to it, but you want God to be committed to something you ain't committed to. Saying, God bless me with, God bless me with an awesome relationship, please. I want a great relationship, but you still messing with him. You still fooling with him. But you want God to bless you with something new where you hadn't gotten rid of the old stuff, and you won't relinquish the old stuff because you don't want to be by yourself, but you want God to commit to sending you somebody, but you're not committed to waiting. Hard conversation this morning, isn't it? Sad. It's whenever you ask God to commit to something, ask yourself something first. Am I committed? Am I willing to do the things that's necessary for me to get my stuff? Even before you even pray that prayer, even before you decide to take action, ask that simple question. Am I committed to what I'm praying for what I'm believing for? Am I committed? Am I willing to do what's required to get the stuff that I'm praying for? Will I be every day about the things that I want? Will I be every day? Will I be consistent with it? Even when I get it? Oh, I'm not consistent now. I'm not committed now. So why do I keep praying the same stuff, hoping that the requirements will change? Again, you gotta be committed. You gotta be committed before you get it. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be committed before you get it. You just don't get it, then all of a sudden, oh, I'm committed to it. You just don't get, a new relationship and then be like, okay, now that I got it, I'm committed to it now. I'm good. I'm gonna let him go now since I done got me. No, it don't work that way. Because if you hadn't released that, first of all, you got to be committed to yourself even before you can be committed to somebody else. Which means you got to let the bad stuff, you got to let him go and be committed to you first before you can be committed to your new stuff that you've been praying for. But again, that attitude of, well, once I get it, then I'll be committed. Don't even worry about it. I promise you it ain't going down that way. So let's start working on our works. Let's start working on doing what's necessary. The worst thing you can do is not be prepared for the stuff that you've been praying for. You pray for success, but then when you get it, you can't handle it because you wasn't prepared for it. You wasn't working toward nothing. You pray, then you accidentally get it. Then once you get it, you don't know what to do with it. I've seen it happen with relationships to where, a woman will pray for an awesome dude, and then all of a sudden, boom, it happens, but she don't know what to do with it because she hadn't been working toward improving herself. She wasn't committed to herself. She was still, dealing with stuff, and then got something good, fumbled it, and then next thing you know, somebody else had possession of the ball. Just like in football. You can't fumble away your blessing. You can't lose your blessing if you ain't ready for it. And there's nothing worse than to squander an awesome opportunity just because you wasn't ready for it. Then all that praying and God mess with you and be like, all right, then, boom, let's see what you do with it. You done fumbled the ball. You done fumbled and squandered your opportunity because you wasn't ready. Because you wasn't committed beforehand. You weren't consistent beforehand. You didn't put in the work beforehand. So let's work on our works. We good at the praying part. Shoot, we got that down to a science. We got the praying part down. But I need for you to work on your works and doing the things that's required to get everything that you see here, everything that you see in your imagination. You should, before you die, you should be able to see everything that you've dreamed of in front of you. But you got to be committed. You got to be consistent. The 2 C's, commitment and consistency, will get you everything you want, no matter if it's that new body, that relationship, or your money. Think about it. If I'm committed to my body and I'm every day about it, I'm going to see all of this. That's what you got to tell yourself. I'm going to see all of this. If I operate in commitment and consistency, boom, I'm going to see that body. If I'm every day about it, if I'm disciplined and I'm making good decisions, I'm going to see it. You know, if I'm committed to a relationship, if I'm committed to that one person, and I'm always, you know, working on getting better with that person and growing with that person and being every day with that person and changing and evolving with that person, I'm going to have a good relationship. Those 2 C's will get you everything you want. If I'm every day about my business, if I'm learning every day, I'm going to make more money on my business because I'm committed. I'm every day about it. I'm consistent. My stuff is going to grow. It's going to evolve. Those 2 things, commitment and consistency, those 2 words, guaranteed, will get you everything in life you've ever dreamed of. I promise you, I am living proof. I'm telling you what I know. Those 2 words, commitment and consistency, will get you everything you want in all areas of life. You will never deal with lack if you operate on those 2 words. Simple. That's what's up. So let's work on our commitment and being consistent, and most importantly, our works. Again, we pray like a mug. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all will be, you know, like me. I pray all the time. You know, I talk to God all the time. But I'm not going to talk to God if I'm not doing my part. I'm not going to be petitioning for stuff if I'm not doing my part. I got to do my part. When I pray, instantly there's a responsibility with that. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to pray. All right, now it's time for me to do my thing because I'm trusting that God going to do his thing. So let me do my part versus relegating God to being my butler or my janitor or my do boy. On my personal assistant. Go get this for me. Go do this for me. By the way, now that I'm thinking about it, can you get this for me? Can you do that for me? Can you tell her to do this? And can you make her do this? And can you just remind her? No, God, don't work that way. Do your part. You got the first part down. You got the faith part down. Let's really work on that. Let's really work on those works. Let's get better at those works because I want you to be successful. I want you to have everything that you have thought of in the last 5-10 years. I need for you to see all of those things. I don't care, you know, if you don't even have a person right now, you're gonna have somebody, but this is the time when you start working on you. So when you get good stuff, you know how to keep good stuff. I've seen a lot of stuff just fall through people's fingers. Because they wasn't ready for it. They wasn't preparing for it. They wasn't getting better. They wasn't improving every day. So let's improve and let's get better. That's what's up. So I just wanted to drop that on you. In about probably another 30, 40 minutes, I'm going to drop an abs move of the day for you because, again, we're evolving all phases of life. But that right there is your life challenge today. Work on your works. You know, we getting the body down, but we got to get everything else right too. We got to get that spirit right. You know, we can't just be satisfied with being okay in one area of life. We got to expect all phases of life to be good. You don't want to be that boat that's so pretty, you know, that's sitting on the lake, but that one little hole in that boat could sink that pretty little boat. You know, that one little crack you know, that could end up growing into something else could sink that pretty little boat. So we got to make sure, you know, everything is plugged up, everything is smooth, and every area of life is good and not just boom. Because again, I would be doing a disservice to you if I just made you look pretty, but your mind bad, your spirit bad, your outlook is bad, horrible. You know, you cave whenever you face something. You know, you fold up whenever you under pressure. No, I got to make sure you're good in all areas of life. So let's get better. Let's work on our work. So let's work on our commitment, and let's work on our consistencies. So let's work. Love y'all. Be good.